I was going through my hard drive on my computer, and I had stumbled across these slips of paper that I found back in 2014 when I was working with Andromalius, one of the Goetia, under the directions of Uncle Bearheart. He had a working where you'd work with Andromalius once a week for an entire year. And after the night of one of those workings, I found this. So, about the Goetia, real quick. For those who don't know who they are a category or a certain type of spirits. There's a lot of wrong theories about them. There's a lot of people saying that they're Jew demons, or they obey Yahweh or some bullshit like that. That's not my experience at all. They are spirits that are close to the earth. They come from the primordial air, the primal air, and they just are. They're very, very old. They're older than man, and they're powerful too. They can do a lot of things. Andromalius specializes in retrieving stolen goods and money. So if you've been robbed or anything like that, or someone stole, some money for you, he's a good spirit to help get that money back. Well, the point of the working there is to work with Andromalius is basically one of those goetic workings against the Illuminati. Explaining to the first working there, we explain to Andromalius, the New World Order, the international banking cartel, the financial system, how they're just robbing everybody blind, left and right. And they explain to him, get back to me, get back to the American people, and and all our brothers and sisters who are doing the same kind of work, back what was fucking stolen from us. So the first 2 weeks or 3 workings there, very quickly, I got his attention very quickly. Within about first 4 weeks or something, I found a Razor scooter that was completely abandoned near the high school. It was a red Razor scooter, and interesting enough, I had a scooter. I got a scooter for Yule season, Christmas morning, but Yule for me. When I was growing up, red handles, red wheels, and everything. So now I had 2 Razor scooters. Now I'm not big much of a scooter guy, but I could sell those and make some money off of them. It was very difficult to sell them online and to find in a shop who would give me a good deal, a pawn shop. But out of all, I checked out like 2 or 3 different shops. I was able to convince a guy to give me $15 a scooter for it. So I made some quick buck there. And I never really had extensive work history or many jobs before that period. I just do odd jobs, money around, for working around the house, or doing jobs for the neighbors or something, or the family, and just make like $20 here and there to like mow the lawn or something. So that's all really I hadn't experienced prior to that. So got a scooter. Then about a month later than that, I found like a $40 watch, a $35 watch with a nice leather strap. It's not like a cheap like $20 like Walmart watch, but it's not like an expensive $100 watch either. It's right in the middle ground. It was like a $40 watch. It was a Timex Expedition, and someone had left it on the basketball court nearby. Because I used to go to my cemetery a lot to do a lot of these sorts of rituals. So, long story short, when working with Goetia, it's important to keep in mind you are not using abusive evocations. You're not torturing them. You're not, in the name of Yahweh, the wrath of God is gonna come down upon you if you don't appear. Never do that to the spirits, okay? Because first off, Yahweh doesn't exist. These are man-made gods. And second, these spirits are acausal. They have eternity to catch up with you. They may not catch up with you right now. They may not get you in this lifetime, but trust me, they have eternity to fuck with you. They could fuck with you up somehow in the astral, or they could fuck you up so when you do come back, you have a, Down syndrome or something, or a disability. Just don't abuse them. Show respect. Um, a large portion of demons are friendly to humanity if given proper respect. So let's just get to the point here. One of the cemetery workings, I'm almost halfway into this year-long working. It's winter time. It's like February or something. It's been snowing, but it's one of those nights where it's beginning to warm up again. Probably like 30 degrees. Some of the snow is melting. It's been raining. So I leave this cemetery, and rather than just walking straight across the soccer field, to go back to my apartment there, I decided to just take a little bit of a stroll. I walked up to the high school and just walked on their sidewalk to just skirt by that to get back to my apartment. And then on the lawn, I found this note. Okay? And look at this. What's so interesting about this, it says, "Ghost is strong." Here. For those of you who know me, please, I prefer to remain anonymous on this channel because I'm running two different worlds. I have a normie life where I have to, talk to people, make connections with people in order to be successful. I'm trying to keep that. I'm trying to keep the occult and internet life separate because blending those two things together is not so good for business. People would look at us and call us crazy. They call us witches or whatever like that. But Ghost is strong. Don't you... So I'm not that good at reading cursive there. Cursive was not one of my strong subjects. It says, don't you analyze or something, or always, that all attitude or something, things are unfolding or something up against you, are guiding up against you, something up against you. Find me raw something, rabs, can't read that, you about your something poison, something etc. Think are... And then there's a handwritten signature on it or some kind of name. And now there's the second half of the paper. As you read this set, you will only react to the things you want to react to. You will probably having this a lot of points because of your own self-defense mechanisms. Very, very important right there. So something of self-defense mechanisms, very critical. This is a part that I really wanted to share. This bottom half of the piece of scrap paper, I found both of them. They were torn in two, and they were like right next to each other. I picked them both up. I took them home. I took a picture of them. And here we are. Something of defense mechanisms. Self-defense mechanisms. This is a strong warning, I reckon, about everything that I was doing. I was going to hit a ceiling sooner or later. And lo and behold, I hit that fucking ceiling multiple times. When baby Cthulhu tried to harvest me in 2016. And again... when he put up a hell of a fight, when me and my friend got him off me and my friend finally ate him. And here we are right now. You know, I wish I'd went to the online community. I wish I asked questions about this. I don't remember when this was. It was sometime winter 2014 or 2015. And Uncle Bearheart has been AWOL from now. He's been offline for a year now, and there's really no one I go and ask this about. I wish I had taken it more serious. I could have asked Andromalius himself if this was a letter from him to confirm. Or I could have asked Lucifer, the perfect red king of sulfur. Or I could have asked any of the other entities I was working with at that time, hey, is this a message from you? Well, looking back on it, it looks like a message, and it definitely is some kind of red flag or warning, just, you know, like, hey, John, this is something to be aware of. You know, you're doing all this dark stuff here. It's a, as a coping and defense mechanism. You know, you better realize and question, you know, your motivations and why you're doing this before you hit that fucking ceiling. If I paid attention to this message could have saved me. Applying this message could have saved me a lot of ass ache. Yet here we are. But anyone, you know, who's thinking about this kind of work, Andromalius is a great spirit, very, very close to Earth there. Don't listen to what the Kabbalists or the orange Jews say, you know, about their evil or something, they're going to get you, whatever like that. No, they treat you as you treat them. If you try to fuck them over then and try to like hold out on them, then yeah, they're going to get you, or they're going to start fucking with you there. But they're pretty friendly. They're good for to man, as long as you're respectful to them. As with any archetype or any god or goddess, you know, you treat them with respect, they treat you with respect as well. And for those of you who would like to read this letter up close and personal, I will put them on Drive in the description. There'll be links to that. And there'll also, in the description, you'll find the link to Uncle Bearheart's Andromalius working video.